been every bit as good here tonight, and his 2-strike pitch bounces up there. Gallo taking off for third, and they got him. You can see he wants Jeff Bannister to take a look at the replay first.
Hopefully Joey Gallo got his hand in here. A lot of times you're going to say in these situations, you don't go unless you know that you can make it. You appreciate the aggressiveness and the read. He may have an argument. We'll see whether or not that glove got the left elbow before Joey Gallo hit the bag. I tell you what, first shot that we got of it certainly seems like something worth taking a look at. And Jeff Bannister says, yes, let's take a closer look.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get a couple of different angles on this one. But I'm with you on that first one there. You might have enough with that angle alone to overturn it. Now, it's got to be really clear. And that one was close.
It was. We'll see what happens with whatever angles we get, and certainly what they get back in New York. What matters, you know what instant replay is done. Take a look at this first of all. We'll see whether or not. Watch the left elbow. That's where the tag comes down. Was there contact right here? Hard to tell from there. It doesn't look like it. And then by the time he actually gets the back of his tricep elbow area, it does appear that Joey Gallo's hand got in there. This should tell us everything we need to know. What a super slow. What a great shot. My goodness. Let's see here. Watch that left hand. No contact. More. It's contact there. Ooh, man. The problem is you can't tell whether or not he got to the bag right there. So that could be an issue here for the Rangers. But here's the thing. For me, what replay has done in these situations is, a lot of times it's like, well, the ball beat him, he's out, right? Before we had instant replay, and maybe we would see it on TV, but the call, we didn't have instant replay, so the calls always stood. You're like, well, the ball beat him, and that's what's going to happen. A lot of times the ball beats you, you're going to get called out, even if you found a way to get your hand in there. Well, instant replay has done a good job of eliminating that. Now, I don't think we've seen enough. It is really close. It was just so tough to tell in that super slow-mo whether the hand got there first or not.
Well, you got very good views. You get some pretty good angles there.
They're showing it on the big board. It's so tough to tell. They're going back and
tight.
forth. Let's see. Watch that. Oh, I tell you what. So we watched it again. It was just on the big board. As the hand goes, it's just hard to tell whether or not he's actually touching the bag. Without a doubt, the tag did not hit him initially. Did not hit the arm initially. And maybe when third base umpire Manny Gonzalez first saw. But man, he's right on top of it. He was right on top of that play. But there may not be enough evidence. Let's see right here. Watch his fingers. Did they get down in time? They go down, but are they touching the bag? You just don't know right there if they're touching the bag. I tell you what. Let's see here. This is a new one here.
It looks like when the fingers are down.
Oh my goodness, that is close. I tell you what, too, there have been replays that there was one in, I believe it was I can't remember if it was the Cleveland game yesterday, but we see ones that are like, oh yeah, that's going to get turned over, and then doesn't. So there's been some surprises here, and I think it always comes down to that call on the field. It's got to be clear, has to be concise.
Well, it looked to me like when the hand started angling down, that when it stopped moving, his fingertip was on the bag. And so if you look at the other angle where he's sliding into the camera and you see the hand heading down, that at that point he's safe. Well, we'll see.
Wow.
He is safe. Yeah.
That's a nice job. I tell you what, that's not an easy call for them to make. And they're not going to make the call unless they're confident, right? They're not going to overturn it unless they are confident in New York. So give those guys some credit, because that one took some work. That was not easy.